Hello, good evening, and welcome to the FA Cup highlights. Plenty of goals, plenty of drama, plenty of shocks coming your way in the next hour. We've got 5 games already from this weekend coming up over the last 2 nights, and we've got the best of them. We're going to Burton in a minute. We'll be seeing Aston Villa and Everton in action against Oxford and Preston respectively. We'll also see earlier tonight our live match. You can see highlights of Sunderland against Arsenal, and last night's game between Ipswich and Aston. But we start at St James's Park, Newcastle. Burton Albion were 20-1 against this afternoon, knocking out the Newcastle side, who have been going well in the Premier League under Eddie Howe, and have got Alexander Isak firing on all cylinders. Would the Premier League quality rise to the service, or would League One Burton cause an upset? Let's find out. Well, local hero plays in the wonderful stadium at St James's Park, but Burton will have to make themselves local heroes today. They're up against a very strong Newcastle side, led of course out by Alexander Isak up front. They've got all the big guns in there, Tonali, Gomares and Livramento amongst others as well. Harvey Barnes will be another threat as well. And they've got plenty of mileage on the bench too, Newcastle. That is for certain. The two teams shake hands. Well, Gary Bowyer's League One strugglers have got a real opportunity here to cause an upset, but it's going to be long shots. You could have got 20-1 to win today. Plenty of experience, none more so than Mason Bennett up front. Watch out for Anthony Ford, and Max Crocombe is a very dependable goalkeeper, and John Dahl Bavarton, who can score goals at any level as well. So away we go then at St James's Park. Sell out 52,000 for this FA Cup tie. Even though Burton on the opposition, struggling at the wrong end of League One, Gary Bowyer's men know that this is a free hit for them today. A real opportunity to forget their league struggles. And here's Mason Bennett. What a quick chance for him. And almost the first goal of the game to Burton Albion. Well, that would have been a fantastic start for the League One strugglers. So Webster to take the corner for Burton. They've started well and on the front foot too. And it goes towards the near post. Penalty against Dan Burn. I'd like to see that one again. It looked as if it brushed the arm, but his arm was down by his side. Let's have a look. Well, he's chested it for me. That's not a penalty. Well, the Newcastle fans aren't happy, but what an opportunity now for Burton, however fortuitous it might be. So Bavarton against Pope, and what a superb penalty! He kept his cool and did a Panenka, and Burton are in the lead in the FA Cup. The League One strugglers lead the Premier League top 6. What a gorgeous ship that was. Pope went the wrong way, but should the penalty have been given in the first place? Well, they'll complain about that for years, Newcastle, but Burton don't care. They lead by a goal to 0. John Daddy Bavarton after 5 minutes. Here's Murphy. Isak now, yes! Just shy of 10 minutes gone, and Newcastle level the scores. And Burton's lead didn't last too long, did it? Now the Gallagher end is buzzing. As we see it again from his little camera that he's wearing. As that ball was playing in, telling his run absolutely to a T, and the finish itself was an absolute humdinger. One apiece. We have a match now with a vengeance. 2 goals in the opening 10 minutes. It's turned into a cup tie and a half. Listen now, Bennett through. Bennett! Well, he couldn't have easily been 2 under the League One team. My word. 20 minutes almost gone. Gilligan now for the League One strugglers. Not playing like strugglers, they're playing like a team that are possessive and want to try and win this game. And here's Bennett now. Bennett! He scored! Burton are back in front. Mason Bennett. Wow! The Sharks back on. The 20-1 shots at the start of the day are back in front for the second time. And real rank Newcastle defending. It's not like them. They don't concede goals like that in the Premier League. But they did there. And Burton are back in front. Another major player for Newcastle, that. So here's Murphy for Newcastle. Well, how many of you would have thought Burton would be in front in this stage halfway through the first half of a cup tie? I know, but many of you thought it. And here's Gilligan, he's onside as well. It's Gilligan now for Burton. And Pope has saved it, and Newcastle could have been 3-1 down in an instant. Gimaraj. Newcastle fans are getting on their team's backs at the moment. They didn't turn up today. Paying an awful lot of money to see this. Isaac's shot wide of the target. Now with memento. Half an hour played. Share. Oh, that's straight to Armour. Now Webster. For Burton, who scored that beautiful Panenka penalty. Here's Bennett. Webster looked upside suspiciously, but shoots over the bar. The flag did stay down. That should have been 3-1. I can't recall Newcastle really struggling this season in any type of game, maybe league or cup. That's well wide in the end. It was a long way out. And Bruno Gimaraj. Goal kick. 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end. And here's Joe Linton. Into the third of these 3 minutes. Pulls it back across. Good defending again by Burton Albion. They've really stuck at their task, and they go in for the lead at half time. Well, it's Burton from a hotly disputed penalty for hands against Dan Burn. And give Burton the lead, and Isaac it back straight away. And then Bennett, after 20 minutes, has given Burton a half-time lead, 2-1 at St James's Park. Welcome back to the second half as Anthony Gordon replaces Harvey Barnes for the start of the second half. About 5 minutes have been played now in this second half, and here's Burn. It's a Libramento. Gordon. Real opportunity to see what he can do in this second half or he turn into traffic. Here's Gilligan. Here's Ford. Gilligan again. Webster. Still Webster. Shortcut. Webster. Still Webster. But Burton! Well, that would have put them on the road to a famous victory. It looked more closer from the first angle than it actually did on the replay. Murphy. Isaac through. The flag has stayed down. It's Alex Isaac. Oh, he's missed. Anyhow, can't believe it. Well, you'd have bet your life on Alex Isaac making that 2-2. You'd have bet your life. And somehow, he didn't. To everyone's amazement in the stadium. Bennett. He couldn't do it again, could he? Mason Bennett. No, Dan Burn saw it away. He'll be very frustrated if Newcastle were to lose. It did look a harsh decision. Here's Bennett now. Pope saves and holds on. 15 minutes left, just left under to play. Here's Joe Linton. Good play. Can he hold up? Oh, the defender did really well, and he's found Gilligan. Now Chalker. Webster. On in turn to Armour. Oh, good skills. Fantastic skills by Armour. And Burton. Good effort. Sign that in. Burton fans wanted to gone in. And now Owen Dodson comes on to replace Anthony Ford. And Callum Wilson is going to enter the fray as well for Newcastle. Jacob Murphy, the man he's replacing. We're into 3 minutes of stoppage time, for which we've had a minute. Here's Gordon. Isaac looked offside, but he's allowed to go on, and inexplicably went well through. And onside, it's chipped that over the top as Mason Bennett comes off to a standing ovation from the 3,000 Burton fans up in the gods away to my left-hand side. There they are. They're going to start an almighty party here on Tyneside. Newcastle, one of the favourites for the trophy. Seconds away from being dumped out. And they have been dumped out. Burton Albion have done it. The side who are struggling in League One have knocked out the team challenging for the Champions League. A wholly disputed penalty they got against Dan Burn, who will complain about that for years. Converted by Burton, then Isaac equalised, and then Mason Bennett after 22 minutes got the winner. And it's Burton Albion who have surely pulled off the biggest shock of the weekend. It's finished Newcastle United 1, Burton Albion 2. What a result that is for Burton Albion, one of the shocks of round 3. And it has to be up there with one of the great third round shocks of all time. Really good result for Burton. Newcastle season still far from over though. After the break, we've got 2 good cracking games. First from Villa Park, Aston Villa take on Oxford, and that goodness in between Everton and Preston North End. Join us for that and more after this short break.
European tour starts here. Any questions?
What kind of breakfast is this?
I asked for shredded wheat. Shredded wheat is 100% whole wheat. No other cereal gives you more whole wheat goodness. Hold on, Gaston. He's the one that eats twa around here. Shredded wheat and new shredded wheat, bite-sized, 100% whole wheat.
That's a nice rug, sir.
That's not a rug, Buff. It is a Bedouin birthing blanket. Tradition has it, a powerful aid to fertility.
Great! I'll get me mum one.
The Barclay card, put it away, Buff. The Tuareg are an ancient people. They respect only hard cash and hard bargaining.
انت مجنون.
شمالي دك.
جاي من فين انت مش فاهمك. انت مجنون.
Thank you. Boa.
You sound fluent, sir.
We are both fluent, Buff. Sadly, in different languages. How much is the rug?
Right.
So, where did your Barclay card get you?
Well, it got me reg insured for the next 3 months.
Insurance, Buff. I think I can handle a rug. Ah, smell those Tuareg campfires. Unmistakable. Look, shoot! Push off!
Roger, Manhattan. Continue descent to flight level 80.
Roger, Emo. Descending to FL80.
Roger, Manhattan. Continue to 2,000 feet. Reduce speed to 170 knots.
Every year, more people choose to fly with British Airways to more countries than with any other airline.
Manhattan is established, leaving 2,000 feet on the glide path.
In fact, every year we bring more people across the Atlantic than the entire population of Manhattan.
Manhattan, you are clear to land.
British Airways, the world's favorite airline.
If you keep an open mind, you'll discover dark secrets.
Welcome back to the big match, and we go now to Villa Park. Our next port of call is Oxford, a team in town, and could they cause another upset? Let's find out. Well, Ollie Watkins is certainly the man on form, and he will have to take on Villa's Mantor stop striking now that John Duran has gone off to pastures new. But they've got Marcus Rashford and Marco Asensio in there now, although Marcus Rashford is amongst the substitutes for Unai Emery's men. It's a strong Villa lineup, which looks very ominous for Oxford United, of course. And you never know what might happen in a game of this magnitude. Oxford United, well, they did well to reach the Championship last season. They've kept the bulk of the squad together. Mark Harris is one of their big players. Joe Bennett, of course, plenty of Championship experience, and League 2, the former Huddersfield man. They've still got a decent amount of good talent there for Oxford, and we look forward to a cracking cup tie. Well, Gary Rowett is back in town, of course, a former Birmingham City manager, so we got a warm reception here at Villa Park as he came out earlier. 6 minutes gone, Cash goes down, that free kick. Yellow card to Joe Bennett. Cash is injured, so Pau Torres is going to have to take his place. So Cash's day, after only 7 minutes, sadly is done. There's Pau Torres. That's Morgan Rogers with the free kick then. Short to Ramsey, who had the effort there charged away, and a good bit of stout defending there from Oxford. Here's Harris. Rodriguez. Dembele. Good running by Dembele. Got Harris in the middle. Dembele just needs to keep his head up here. Oh, penalty for Oxford. Hands, I believe, against Mings. Well, we had some controversy at Ipswich yesterday for the same reasons. Let's have a look whether that was... Well, that's debatable. But it's an Oxford penalty. And Ramsey is injured as well, so Unai Emery forced into 2 changes in the opening period of this first half. What a moment now for Oxford United and for Romeni. He's in the bar! And Torres gets it away. But Oxford haven't finished yet. Rodriguez with a shot, deflected away. This is the penalty again. He just came up here, smashed it past the goalkeeper, who had not a chance, and off the bar and out, didn't cross the line. The Kekron's corner. Anton, a near post, and the goalkeeper didn't make a particularly good good effort with that. Shot comes in, that's a better save. And Oxford in this opening quarter of an hour could have scored from the penalty spot and could have scored here. Terrific effort. And Martinez, 0.63 reaction time, did superbly well. Another Oxford corner. They're asking all the questions here at Villa Park. Sensational start here. Ball in there. Rashford's lost it. More shots. And Romeni shoots as well. And it's wide of the target this time. Kamara. Rogers. I can really get into that stride. Here's Rogers. He's got Watkins in the middle. Morgan Rogers for Villa. Gets the second bite of the cherry. Finds Watkins. And that's a deadly finish by Ollie Watkins. And Villa punish Oxford. Well, Gary Rowett's team a few minutes ago had 2, maybe 3 goal-touched opportunities. Failed to take any of them. And when that happens, invariably you get punished. And that's exactly what happened here. Ball laid back, and Ollie Watkins is too deadly a striker to pass up chances like that. 1-0. Towards half an hour played here at Villa Park. Villa, after a sticky first quarter of an hour, taking the ascendancy now. Here's Watkins. And an opportunity here for number 2, and Rashford should have made it 2. Well, it's Watkins here with the cross. Turned across the face. And that should be 2-0. Romani. Rodriguez did well. Harris. There's Dembele, another big chance now for Oxford. And it's gone wide. Well, they've had 3, maybe 4 goal-touch opportunities. And the latest one is slid wide. Into 3 added minutes here. Halfway through those 3 added minutes. Folks for Oxford, who really given a good account of themselves despite the fact that a goal down here. Yellow card for Marco Asensio. Now, what can Oxford make of this? Can they get the equaliser with practically the last kick of the half? Remaining with the 3 kick in towards Volks. It's headed away. Rashford should send it away. Here's Watkins. It's 1 against 2 at best, and he's going to surely have the one on him now. Good effort, still saved by Cummings. Still a chance here for number 2. Rashford can't get on the end of Rodgers' cross. And Volks gets it away to McEachran. And there goes the half-time whistle from the referee. Well, Oxford can feel justifiably unlucky to be a goal down. Only Watkins with a goal just after 20 minutes. After Oxford had hit the crossbar from a hotly disputed penalty. Aston Villa 1, Oxford 0 at half-time. Welcome back to Villa Park for the start of the second half. No changes from either side. Those 2 enforced changes at half-time. Early doors from Villa, and here's Rodgers out at the start of the half. Can they put Oxford to bed here? Not a good ball. Asensio picks it up. Luke Dean, who can hit a long range shot, and he does here. Brilliant save. And it's Luke Dean here who strikes it well. In fact, it smashes the bar. Rodriguez rather. Harris, good save. Martinez. And a good throw out 2 to Mings. McEachran now for Oxford. They're giving it a good account of themselves here. 60 minutes, they've done rather well. Harris! Well, half the ground thought it had got in, including myself up in the commentary box. This can't have been far away. Oh, it's hit the stanchion at the back. Well, that's the best chance Oxford have fashioned tonight. Or this afternoon, rather. As Mark Harris, that effort was his final contribution. Tom Bradshaw takes his place. So with 61 minutes gone, Villa have a goal kick. They might feel very unfortunate to still be ahead and still have a clean sheet to their name. And Dembele has made a good break down the far side. Bradshaw waits in the middle. And here he is now. Bradshaw and Dean and the goalkeeper Martinez almost getting in each other's way. And that could have so easily been an Oxford equaliser. But now down the other end we've got Morgan Rodgers. Will that come back to haunt Oxford? Rodgers has got Watkins and Dean in the middle. Luke Dean. And the flag is up for offside. He's straight about 3 yards offside. He wasn't behind the line as the ball was played. Referee got it right, and the linesman too. Here's Dembele. Tom Bradshaw, good effort! Goalkeeper did well again, and got it at the second time of asking. Here's Mings. Oh, he's giving it to Tara Best. And here's Tara Best. Folks. Oh, he turned into traffic, and he's turned into trouble now because Villa can really turn this possession around, but Oxford have overturned it themselves. Bradshaw. He's looked a very positive influence as Tom Bradshaw, but he can't get the shot off that time. Here's Marco Asensio. Here's Watkins. Now then, this is the chance now with a quarter of an hour to play to really put the game on it. Yes. 2-0 to Villa. 2 for Watkins, 2 for Villa. And surely now, barring accidents, Villa are in the 4th round. Watkins got away. And that deadly right foot did the rest. 2-0 to Villa. They're going through now. Tough on Oxford, who have really given it a good go, but then again, Premier League quality has certainly risen to the surface here. And with 79 minutes gone, 10 minutes almost to play, Villa surely now in the hat for tomorrow's 4th round draw. Asensio. Taking on his man. Helik, the former Birmingham player, of course, got round with Boo when he came on the field. Rashford trying the chip. And wide of the target. Goal kick. Now we're going to see Dembele off and Paqueta on. Villa are going to make a change too. Marco Asensio off and the club catching John McGinn now on. Watkins with 4 minutes to go. He's on a hat-trick, of course. Can he settle it now? With a hat-trick, he can this time! 3 for Watkins, 3 for Villa. He keeps the match ball. And Aston Villa finally now are assured of a place in the 4th round of this season's FA Cup. Only Watkins with a stunning hat-trick. But it is tough lines on Oxford, who have really played well and on another day could have had 2 or 3 themselves. Here's McGinn. Way to 4 added minutes. John McGinn. Still alive for Villa. Can he get a 4th one? Rodgers is there on the far post. But it's into the side netting. It doesn't really matter now because Villa are there anyway. But well, there was no way the hat-trick hunting. The hat-trick man, Watkins, was even going to reach that even if he did cut it back. But it's only Watkins that's been the main difference between the two sides, the quality of his finishing compared to the Oxford finishing. Let's not forget they hit the bar with a penalty at 0-0. Bradshaw and Harris came close with chances themselves, but it's Aston Villa's day and Ollie Watkins not only takes the match ball home with him, but his team are comfortably through in the end into the 4th round proper of the FA Cup. Oxford gave it their best shot. As I said, they could have scored a penalty, but they hit the crossbar with several good opportunities at 1-0 down, but failed to take them, and Watkins has sent Villa home by 3 goals to 0. Yes, a good performance there from Villa. They had to survive a lot of Oxford pressure, but in the end, Premier League quality rises to the surface, and in only Watkins, Villa have a marksman to really be proud of, and surely that bodes well, even with the exit of John Duran for the second half of the season. But Villa going well in both league in the FA Cup. Could they win it for the first time since 1957? Who knows? One team who haven't won it since 1995 are Everton, and they start their final FA Cup campaign at Goodison Park before they say farewell to the old lady at the end of the season. And their opponents, Preston North End, didn't have to travel too far to Merseyside, just a few miles down the A59 for them. But a great atmosphere nonetheless, as the teams came out to start the last FA Cup campaign to take place at Goodison Park. Preston, as you'll see, gave them one hell of a game. Well, here come Everton here, starting their last ever FA Cup campaign at the Old Lady, Goodison Park. And obviously, this is the first home match since David Moyes has retaken the reins and Sean Dyche, who was sacked earlier on this week. He faces one of his old sides in Preston North End, and Beto gets the starting spot. And the likes of McNeil, Michael Keane and Ashley Young and Calvert-Lewin all drop to the bench as David Moyes tries to rotate his squad a little bit. Jake O'Brien starts at the heart of the defence. As for his former club, Preston North End, now managed these days by former Sheffield United man Danny Higginbottom. Well, it's Keane and Emil Rees preferred up front to the likes of Mutin, Osmanic and one or two others. Ched Evans and Robbie Brady, names of the past, are amongst the substitutes today. So a great atmosphere, and Preston will be hoping to make sure that this will be the last FA Cup tie played on this particular soil. Burton in blue, Preston in the white. Here goes Decore. Decore's shot, good save by Woodman, and Dyer keeps it in and gives it away to McCann. Potts. Dressing again, winning that one very nicely now. Harrison is stolen in behind. This looks promising for Beto, who heads wide. Lovely move that from Everton. And it looks as if David Moyes has got his team cooking on gas early doors. Garner, quarter of an hour almost played. Harrison, good strike. Oh, that's a fantastic save. But Ndiaye's got to the rebound. Decore then shoots, deflected away. Decore again shoots wide. Well, Freddie Mudman in the first place made a magnificent save here. And then the final effort from Decore the second time, just shooting wide. So a let off there for Preston. And Freddie Woodman has made two important saves early on in this opening 17 minutes or so. Has found Paul Dawson. Can't find Will Keane, who's Michael Keane's brother, incidentally. Just a gay, good ball, Ndiaye now. He's got Beto in the middle, Ndiaye shoots, good save. Good football again from Everton. And the flag has stayed down, it's Beto, and Rudman required again. It's been a frustrating first 43 minutes for Everton. Freddie Woodman proving the difference for Preston North End yet again. So it's going to be Jack Harrison, the former Leeds United player, with the corner. In it goes. Rampway trying to volley it now. What's the referee giving here? Free kick on the edge to Everton, presumably for hands. And Preston have got a real problem on their hands. The wall's fully 10 yards back, and it's going to be Jack Harrison, presumably over the wall. Harrison left foot, good save by Woodman. That is a really good save because that was creeping in the near post, and Preston North End survived. We're into 3 added minutes at the end of what's been a frustrating first half for the Evertonians. Pedersen. O'Brien across. Oh, he's cleaned him out. That's going to be a yellow card at least. I doubt it will be a red because he was going away from goal. And O'Brien should. Oh, he's got a red card. Well, that looks a very harsh decision against Jake O'Brien, and the youngster has been sent off here. It's a bad foul, yes, but a red card? Well, that's questionable. David Moyes querying that, and he's furious. So Ben Whiteman with the free kick. Chipped in there. Everton playing with a man less now for the rest of the game. McCann! And Pickford forced to make a save right at the end of the first half. Well, drama here. No goals, but a talking point. Should O'Brien have been sent off? Well, they'll talk about that if Everton get knocked out. But they've made all the play, but haven't been able to beat Freddie Woodman in the Preston goal. So at half time here at Goodison Park, It's 0-0. Away we go in the second half. Remember, Everton down to 10 men with that harsh sending off of Jake O'Brien. This is Harrison now for the 10 men. Beto's waiting in the middle. Harrison will get a second bite at the cherry. This is Drissagay. Shock deflects and penalty against Ryan Porteous. Well, we've seen some crazy handball decisions from the referee this weekend in the FA Cup. Well, that's hit his shoulder and his arms were down as well. There's VAR when you need it. But what it does do, however controversial it may be, 3 minutes into the second half, and Ndiaye could put Everton ahead against the brilliant Freddie Woodman. And that's as comprehensive penalty as you'll see all season. And Ndiaye gives Everton the lead. Just watch this. Right foot, perfectly placed in the corner. Woodman guessed wrong, went the wrong way, and Everton take the lead after just 3 minutes of the second half. Keane. Oh, Branthwaite cleaned him out a little bit there. That's going to be at least a booking for Jared Branthwaite. It has to be. Everton don't want to be going down to 9 men at this point. Otherwise, it's going to make their job defending this 1-goal lead a bit more tougher. So Ben Whiteman to take the free kick. As I say, it's in a marvellous position for him. Danger really for Everton. Well, you have to say, I'm looking down the barrel a little bit. Right then, Ben Whiteman. Right foot, good save by Pickford. Had to scamper across to his left, mind. And made a comfortable save in the end. And Everton stay in front. This is Harrison. Oh, Ben Whiteman with a committed challenge. The referee letting it go. And now it might fall for Everton here with an Ndiaye. Good save by Freddie Woodman, who's having a marvellous match so far. Whiteman. Preston not out of the woods yet, and they're not out of this game by any means. McCann. Keane. Will Keane, good save by Pickford. And Preston within an ace of getting level. Halfway through the second half now. And it's becoming a little frustrating for the Evertonians watching on. And Ndiaye's penalty the difference. Now then, Harrison, he's on his bike. He's got Ndiaye and Beto in the middle, and Ndiaye makes it 2. That might be the killer goal. And that might kill off Preston's chances of maybe forcing an extra half an hour. Good finish. Goalkeeper nowhere near. And Everton have gone 2 goals clear, and Ndiaye's got both the goals. Ashley Young now on for Everton. Emil Rees scored a killer goal against Crystal Palace a couple of seasons ago. Here's Michael Keane. That's an easy save for Jordan Pickford with a quarter of an hour to play. Patterson, good ball to Ashley Young. Now what can the substitute do here? Oh, he's done rather well. He's got Beto in the middle. Beto! 3-0. Beto has sent the Evertonians into raptures. And the campaign to win their first FA Cup since 1995 is off to a winning start, surely. That's a cultured finish from Beto. A finish of real Beto Max. So we're into 5 minutes. We've had 2 of those 5. Story. Well, well-beaten Preston North End. McCann away from Dwight McNeil. Giving away to Patterson. Young, McNeil, Young, Beto, and Hughes is back there. Now he might be the last man here, Hughes. It's a red card, and both teams are running in with 10 men apiece. Andy Hughes has been sent off, and well, maybe Everton fans feel justice has been done. It is a foul. Here's the last man. Red card. There's managed on for Keane. Just going to get replaced there. Well, it's been one of those days where you could not wish to make it up really, as Ashley Young winds up a free kick. Didn't come to much in the end as Robbie Brady brings it away, and Everton start their final season of FA Cup football at Goodison Park with a very comfortable win. 2 goals for Ndai, 1 for Beto. Both teams down to 10 men. Finished with 10 men, but well, Preston gave it their all, but it wasn't enough, and Everton the rightful victors. Final score here at Goodison Park: Everton 3, Preston 0. Yes, and a good result as well for Everton. It was a fantastic result for them, and really an opportunity now in the 4th round drawing. You never know. David Moyes being back, who knows? They might have a chance of winning their first FA Cup in 30 years. Who knows? Right, after the break, we've got the 2 games coming up that we showed you earlier this weekend. Coming up, a real thriller at the Stadium of Light, you see, so early, between Sunderland and Arsenal. Ipswich as well against Leeds from last night. All coming up in a couple of minutes.
Cadbury's Flake, the crumbliest, flakiest milk chocolate in the world.
I'm a secret lemonade drinker.
Always.
I'm trying to give it up, but it's one of those nights.
Always
lemonade. I'm a secret lemonade drinker.
Always
lemonade.
Always
lemonade.
Okay, I'll leave it up to you. It's a great idea, and we'll settle up later.
Cheers, Bob. Look after yourself.
Lara's Cakes.
Hello, I wonder if you can help me.
Yes, we could do that. Fine. What colour would you like the tracksuit? Orange?
Do I not like orange?
Pardon?
Ah, it's just a joke, love. Blue, I think. I see here it says you deliver.
Oh, that's nice. Good luck from Bobby and Graham.
Roger, Manhattan. Continue descent to flight level 80.
Roger, Heathrow. Descending to FL80.
Roger, Manhattan. Continue to 2,000 feet. Reduce speed to 170 knots.
Every year, more people choose to fly with British Airways to more countries than with any other airline.
Manhattan is established. Leaving 2,000 feet on the glide path.
In fact, every year we bring more people across the Atlantic than the entire population of Manhattan.
Manhattan, you are clear to land.
British Airways, the world's favorite airline.
1,000 miles per hour. It's enough to make you dizzy. Talk amongst yourselves. I may be sometime. If you keep an open mind, you'll discover dark secrets. Have you been here long?
Welcome back to the big match, and now let's go back to earlier this evening. Sunderland taking on Arsenal. After that, we've got last night's game with Leeds. But let's see that 9-goal thriller between Sunderland and Arsenal, which only got in the first half. Darkness descends on Weir's side. Here's Trossard, and Trossard's got away here. Big chance here, and I was about to say 1-0, but Trossard has missed. Well, normally he would take them chances. Just about wanting by the Arsenal attack at the moment. Oh, they're giving it to Martinelli now. This could be a problem. Saka, Odegaard. It's Martin Odegaard for Arsenal. Ball back, Trossard 1-0. And it's been coming from the word go. It was pulled back across, and Trossard with the simplest of finishes. And Saka is away now. This is Bukayo Saka. He's got Trossard in the middle if he wants. Good save. It might break for Martinelli, crossing it back. And a penalty being given, presumably for hands. Now, we had similar controversy at Ipswich yesterday when Ipswich got a penalty when the arm was down by his side. Well, I'm not even sure about that one. It's a very harsh decision. But it does give is Martin Odegaard a chance to make it 2 from the penalty spot. 27 minutes gone. 2-0. The goalkeeper never moved, and Arsenal go 2 goals into the lead. Regis de Vries is furious on the touchline. He feels that there's a total injustice against his team, and the replay suggests it looked harsh, but there's no argument about the penalty. Beautifully dispatched, no problem. And it's Sunderland 0, Arsenal 2 in his third round cup tie. Odegaard. And here's Saka. Trossard waits in the middle. If Saka can get his head up. And there's Trossard. Oh, what a lovely goal. 3-0 now. 2 for Trossard. And Arsenal are cruising into the 4th round of the FA Cup here. We all said at the top of the show that it could be a tough test for them. They're making light work of this now, aren't they? And what a volley. One of the goals of the round. Without a shadow of a doubt from Trossard, and it's Sunderland 0. There was a foul, but play on, says the referee. It's a goal! 1-3. Sunderland are on the board. Isidore the scorer. Now the stadium of light can believe again. Just watch this. gets into the edge of the area and rifles that with the right foot. And Raya, from that moment on, has not got a Scooby-Doo saving this. Bang. One back for Sunderland. 3-1 they try. Well, Ian Poveda is coming on for Romain Mundell, who hasn't recovered from that injury. So Regis de Priest has had to make an alteration as the corner comes into the mix. Hume is forward. Poveda now with his second touch. It's there! Sunderland are back in the game. Right on the stroke of half time. Ian Poveda struck this like a rocket with only his second touch. Sunderland 2 now, Arsenal 3. Up to Saka, on to Sterling. And Arsenal, every time they counter-attack, they look lightning fast. Here's Rice. Oh, terrific goal! Goal of the round for sure from Declan Rice. Well, that tops the Trossard volley. And Arsenal restore their 2-goal buffer. Receives the ball from Sterling, and then Rice, with the faithful right foot, has absolutely top-binned it and may have binned Sunderland's hopes of the FA Cup with it. And Sunderland get another goal here, point back to 4-3. Poveda's cross. And is it? Oh! They've got another one! The Stadium of Light for Leeds once again. Few empty seats, but the ones who have stayed are creating a lot of noise. And that's a coaching finish by Isidore. Sunderland 3, Arsenal 4 now. Looks for options. Wanieri could settle it now for Sunderland, for Arsenal I should say. And that should do it. 5-3 to Arsenal. Wanieri gets his goal. And Sunderland, who have put up a brave fight this evening, have found Arsenal too hot, despite the fact that they've scored 3 times themselves. And the substitute has put an end to the tie once and for all. Wanieri, on to Sterling. Sterling trying the first timer, and it's over the top, and the referee brings a terrific cup tie to an end. A 9-goal thriller. Some great goals admittedly scored, none better than Declan Rice to make it 4-3, to make it 4-2. After Sunderland had come back from 3-0 to 3-2. And then they came back to 4-3, but then when the Army put the game to rights, Trossard getting the brace, and Odegaard the Arsenal scorers. They're through into the hat. It's finished. Sunderland 3, Arsenal 5. There's not a lot to choose between the two sides. They were in the same division last season as well. Here's Joe Perreault. And has he got the pace to hold off Dara O'Shea? The answer is no. But he's kept the ball alive. Here's Solomon trying to get an early shot in. Breaks to Junior Firpo. Oh, he did well, Firpo. That's a good cross. And the header goes wide. It's a big chance that for... Here's Liam Delap, son of Rory, of course. He has a good shot on him. And Essential with a big chance. Good save. Brilliant save by Carl Darlow. Oh, that nearly got through to Liam Delap. That would have been a great moment for Ipswich, which has been a really terrible season in league terms. The FA Cup come out a little bit of respite, but here's Solomon. Chance here. Oh, good save. It was Perreault again. And somehow Palmer's kept it out. Here's Davis. Clark. Leif Davis again. Game becoming a bit stretched even in the early stages. 25 minutes played and the header away. Lee Gonto. Here's Aronson. Looking for Gonto. And he almost found him. Davis covered. Oh, he did well. Bill Davis. And still he goes on. Big chance here for Ipswich. Atentio again! Yellow card in amongst all that for Al Tayenga. That was the challenge down the other end. Oof, dear me. That was where. Kajusti. Delap. Oh, he did well, Delap. And Asensio again. Third time I'm asking, and he's missed again. Unbelievable. 3 1-on-1s, and he's missed. In it goes. Flick on. Lee Gonto. Thought he was going to volley it. Ampadu right. Oh, what a save. Well, he hit that sweetly. And brought the best here out of the goalkeeper. Straight at him perhaps, but it still needed to be saved. This is Gonto. Ruef. Solomon. Oh, he lost it. Good tackle. Twanzebe. Now Junior Firpo for Leeds. Last 4 minutes of the first half here. Plus injury time. Joe Perreault. He's got Gonto over on the far side. It's Willie Gonto now for Leeds. Oh, I don't know what he was trying to do there. Was he trying to shoot or was he trying to chip the goalkeeper? Well, I believe he didn't make up his mind. Chance is gone. Well, they've had 5 shots at the Ipswich goal, 3 on target and 2 off target. But still no goals. And Ipswich have wasted 3 valuable 1-on-1s for this man on the ball. And he's going for another shot, and it's another good save from Asensio by Carl Darlow. Not sure whether that was going in, but Darlow couldn't be sure at that point. Roden. Rothwell. Willie Gonto. Oh, good ball. Aronson is through. And still Aronson. He's got Perreault in the middle. Perreault! Leeds are in front with 25 minutes to play. And it's their top scorer, Joe Perreault. Daniel Farker's team are in front. And now Ipswich about to be the first top division outfit dumped out of the FA Cup, I wonder. But Joe Perreault gives the championship champions elect the lead. It's Leeds United who are going into Sunday's third round draw, or fourth round draw I should say, with a lot of optimism and a lot of hope. But it is still up now. He's onside. He's got to beat 3 Leeds United defenders and the goalkeeper, and instead he wants long range, and Darlow got behind it. Yes, oh, brilliant play from Bogle. Perreault. It's Joe Perreault. Can he settle it now for Leeds? No! Could that be a telling moment in the tie? As Daniel James comes on now for Leeds. Replaces Solomon, who's worked so hard tonight. Aronson forward. Here's James. He's got 2 in the middle if James can get his head up. Here's Perreault! He's set on it! With 5 minutes to spare! Ipswich tumble out of the FA Cup surely! And Daniel Farker's Leeds United have won an extraordinary victory here in Suffolk, in East Anglia. It's 2-0 to the Yorkshiremen. Dan James with the ball in, and Joe Perreault gets his second of the game. And that will be the passport to Leeds going into the 4th round of the FA Cup. Delap is onside because he was in his own half when the ball was played. But he's still got to get through 2 or 3 Leeds defenders. Ball left into Kajusta. Penalty! Well, Ipswich may still have a lifeline. It's against Ampadu. Let's have a look at it on closer inspection. Well, that's harsh. That's very harsh against Ampadu. What's he supposed to do there? Well, Liam Delap now has got the opportunity to give Ipswich a flicker of hope. And it's saved brilliantly by Darlow. And justice for once in this game is done. Because that should never have been a penalty in the first. Surely it must be it. Davis. Hutchinson. There'll be no more than consolation if they do score now. Ipswich. Morsey. Delap's header straight in the arms of the goalkeeper, who's had a marvellous game. And Ipswich are out of the FA Cup, and it's Leeds United battling for the Championship promotion battle, who have won a tight game by 2-0. A brace from Joel Perreault has put Leeds into the hat for the 4th round, which you'll be able to follow on JB Sports on Sunday after commentary against Manchester United. Joel Perreault the hero, Cardola with a penalty save near the end, and it's Leeds United who go into the 4th round draw. Ipswich 0, Leeds United 2, the full-time score. Well, there we are. Great games, great action from last night too. Great wins for Leeds and for Arsenal too. But who will come out on top in our final live match tomorrow? Big one. Coventry City against Manchester United, a repeat of last year's semi-final. You'll be able to see that live and exclusive with us from 3:30, including the 4th round draw, and we'll round up all today's games and all the results and the 4th round draw as well. It will be magnificent. Well worth watching tomorrow afternoon. Stay tuned for that. But on a day where Newcastle United were dumped out of the FA Cup, Burton Albion, who are struggling at the bottom of League One, caused one of the biggest upsets of 3rd round weekend. They have dumped out Newcastle, one of the favourites, by 2-1. Hope you've enjoyed the show. From all of us here on the big match, we'll see you tomorrow for the big one at Coventry against Man United. Bye-bye now.